everybody. Phenomenal Sir coming at you with what may very well be the conclusion of Streamaversary 2026's Breath of Fire run. Playing Breath of Fire for the SNES. Last time we finished up, we had just gotten Mogu. We got Mogu, we did that little dream sequence, and then we did a little tour of the world, got all the transformations for Karn, got some other good items, got everybody equipped up, and then headed to Spring, where we saved, and now we're ready to hit Sky Tower, and from there, the only thing that stands between us and the goddess is like 5 hours of gameplay. So, settle in, buckle up, it's about to get real. Hopefully this works. I'll be on the other side of this. Now, kind of just stole a line from Health there. I don't know. I don't write my own scripts. Anyway, let's see. You should be seeing a black screen. Let's see. Stream appears to be broken. There it is. My second screen was showing that I wasn't live. I was like, but I am. Anyway, let's get into it. Can't wait to have 2 monitors. Great, go. Have you fully recovered? I'll keep a close eye on you. Could just like do the work. God. Work. we already checked their shops. They don't have anything we want. Instantly get attacked. Oh, this is fun though. I had to think for a second. How do I play this game? Everybody needs to just annihilate the Warlock straight out. Here we go. Okay. Get into a few fights along the way. Once it gets cumbersome, we'll stop. The fly. And me! Don't forget about me! I should laugh. That's probably the strongest enemy on the field right now. Oh, well, that one's dead. Probably shouldn't just blast through all of her mana right away, since I don't usually use blue. I usually will put anybody else when I'm actually fighting, and like standard enemies. So I'm used to just going all out with her and getting all the spells. Probably shouldn't set myself up for failure that way, because 200 AP is a lot, but it's not infinite. So we should just play conservative. Mage Hammer. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be embarrassing, because I don't cast. Oh, wrong item. I really need to move the E key away so it doesn't do that to me. Yeah, so every one of these fights, we're getting like 300 or 400 XP per person. Not great, but and this is why I usually just kind of stop engaging with the battles at this point, because it's like, well, I'm strong enough I can marble 3 through it, and then use Agni to kill everything. The only time I've really had to like grind in this game ever, because the first time I got it, I had the guide. I've always had Agni. The only time I've really ever, like, other than just you know, for funsies, like grinded XP in this game was when I did the no no transformations. I think I went to like level 35 or that one. Hey, Indara, how you doing, buddy? You're not still streaming? Thought you were doing another one of your 12-hour runs. How you doing? Welcome in. We just got started. We've got a long road ahead of us, but it's looking like this is going to be the day we beat Breath of Fire for the, 50th time. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I didn't join in. I know you invited me to join in on Fall Guys last night, and I would have, but I was super tired. And I say that, I was super tired, and then I ended up not actually getting into bed until right at midnight, because I was doing other stuff around the house and whatnot, and yeah. I should have just played video games and had fun, but I didn't. Like the fool I am. Thank you for the lurk, Cosmic. Hope you're doing well. Well, that's just blatantly weaker than the other one. That spell is it just costs more mana and does less damage. What's the point? F you, that's the point. The point is to get taken advantage of. Yep. Costs 4 extra mana for 15 less damage per target. Gotta love it. Yeah. I agree. I think it's awesome that you have such a engaged community that is like able to get in on community games like that. Like I would like to go back and do more community stuff again, but it's just hard to schedule because I tend to stream at inconvenient times. First thing in the morning on Saturday or like past bedtime. And it's doubly inconvenient because my viewership, like when you look at the area of my viewership, it's like the US and then like Europe. I don't really have Perth, a couple of people that are in like the Asiatic area, like the Asia area, but for the most part, most of my views are like the people that like Vidoof that show up when I'm streaming at 9 o'clock my time. And the sun is literally peeking over the horizon in the morning for them. They are absolute champions. They're like, no, I gotta get my points. Gotta see Sir. Yeah. I knew Perth was. And there's a couple others, but Perth is the main one in terms of like how often I see them. Thank you for the consult tomes, Waffle Dynasty. Indara, speaking of community engagement, Indara has yet to be assigned to a temple because Indara has never once consulted his tomes in the Temple of Chaos. So we don't know if he's a Nexus worshiper or a Void worshiper at this point. We have no clue. Just saying that, people that consult their tomes and make offerings to the temple can have a chance to win fabulous prizes at the end of the month. But I don't know. He's got like 6,000 followers on TikTok, so maybe his life is already full enough and he doesn't need fabulous prizes from McDonald's. I'm just giving you a hard time, Indara. So I messaged you last night, Waffle. I literally was like, "Hey, I'm about to go to bed, but what did you want to talk about?" And then I went to bed. And then I realized I had messaged you at like midnight anyway, so I probably wasn't gonna hear back. But yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna be doing anything else today. I don't know how long I'm gonna have electricity. I might be fine, but I generally approach any type of precipitation with the expectation I'm going to lose power because my neighborhood constantly loses power. It's just an older neighborhood that the lines haven't been well maintained. But I can chat with you after this. Like once I beat the game. If it's minor stuff, I don't mind. I mean, you'd probably get better information asking in the chat, honestly, because you got a lot of people that are streamers that are in my community. But how did I even know what? That you've never redeemed Consult Tomes? Or that Perth is from India. Indara said, how did you even know that? Oh, you said you had questions about OBS stuff. I really need to put the boomerang back on. Oh, because I feel like you've talked about it. I mean, I just threw a number out. but when you're getting a follower on TikTok every 45 seconds and you stream for 12 hours at a time, you kind of do the math in your head and you can sort of intimate where things are. Just because I'm not talking, or when I am talking, everything I'm saying makes no sense, does not mean I'm not paying attention to you. I pay very close attention most of the time to nearly all of the things you say. Oh my god. Oh, get your life together, man. Can't wear that either. We've really got characters running around out here with no helmets on. You can't choose. It's random. So what it is the Temple of Chaos is from Rings of Power, because of course it is. And the Temple of Chaos is unique in Rings of Power because you can go there and talk to a friendly Dark Priest of Void, as well as a Priest of Nexus. Because the people in the town of Chaos are just crazy and unhinged, and they love drama for its own sake, I guess. So we've created a thing where we've got several redeems that you can do in the channel that assign you temple points, and the points are added to your assigned temple's totals. And at the end of each month, the winning temple, we do gift sub raffles. And possibly other prizes in the future, but for now it's just gift sub raffles. And then the highest individual scorer on each side is named the head priest of that temple, and they get stuff as well. So last month, Goblin Junkbot, for instance, was the top scorer on the Temple of Nexus side. So he got to pick a game that I would play for one session in February. And what I'm going to try to do is I'll look at the total number of points spent in the chat on each side, and the total number of points spent by the person who is the highest scorer, and try to like my rewards based on that. He's not unconscious, he's fused with Karn. It's totally normal. Yeah. Yeah, those guys are all fused. That's why Karn looks like an unholy abomination. Like if DuckTales and Breath of Fire had a baby, it would be Karn's Pucka form. I'm an unholy abomination of what Breath of Fire and DuckTales would look like if they had a baby. Okay. Waffle's just calling balls and strikes, y'all. Calling them like you see. Indara says, Indara's choosing Void. He's choosing violence over goodness. But yeah, essentially you there's a consult tomes that everybody can do once per stream, and then there's is it just in the exact middle? There's a temple offering which has a 15-minute cooldown, and each person can only do it 3 times per stream. And then there's instructions from the temple, which it functions like a ban action, but you can basically tell me to do any in-game thing for the next 10 minutes. It's worth 500 temple points, and if I fail to do that thing, then you get another 500. People seem to enjoy it. We've got a group of about 7 or 8 people that are like consistently competing with each other for temple offering. Yeah, it's essentially the end of the game. The only time Void actually shows up in the game is when you're having dreams, or when the game when you hit a glitch, like if you crash the game, it'll say unfortunately for you, Void has found your party and wiped you out in X number of seconds, and the number of seconds is like an error code. But the party that you fight at the end of the game is aligned with Void. So essentially, they were trying to get all the rings to give them to Void. You're trying to find them to give them to Nexus. So, but yeah, Void doesn't actually like get defeated in that game. He just flees. And then in the outro, Nexus says he's gonna pursue his brother, and he's leaving the Rod of Creation with you because it like upsets the balance between him and Void. And he alludes to the idea that they were once a single deity that was in like one form. Oh, that's true. Waffle's never seen Rings of Power. I just ended the game for Waffle. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, Waffle Dynasty, when you watch me play Rings of Power, if you want to see an actual playthrough of Rings of Power, I have a 13-hour video of me going through step by step and doing everything in order. But if you actually like want to learn anything about the game from watching me play, I'm not the one, because I beat the whole game in about 3 hours, and I do everything in the least sensible order possible. Like I literally just I get all the party members in a specific order, and then I just do a couple of laps around the planet and get all the rings. So I'm just like peeling off into the snow to grab an orb, and I'll be like, hey guys, this is important. I'll need this in 10 minutes. Like, I'll need this in an hour. Pretty funny. Yeah, Billings said he was gonna stream it. Waffles like, stop telling me what's gonna happen. Ha! You came here expecting to find the key. I beat you to it, and I've prepared a little surprise for you. Hee hee. Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm on my way to get the archer, but I need to stop in this random hermit's house in the woods so I can steal a goblet from his shelf. This will be important, trust me. Welcome to Item Shop. How can I help you? Oh, you could have some GD Marble 3s, and that would help. Yeah, Billings, I added Billings as a friend on Discord and was like, please tell me when you're going to play this game. He said they said that they will notify me. So we'll find out. We can only return to our own world if Moat is defeated. Moat's conscience can tell you where he is. When I climbed the spire, Moat was waiting for me at the top. I've been trapped here ever since. We cannot return to our world unless we defeat her. Moat thrives on our despair. Tunlin is a town of music, but it's not very happy music. I mean, okay. It's gonna get colder. It is gonna get colder. This is the world of dreams, controlled by the henchman Moat. I protect the Sky Key. I can only give it to a true hero. Things are different in the world of dreams. I'm sorry, Blue. A strange mist surrounds the area and protects it from the forest of evil. I think this is the wrong way. Pretty sure it's the wrong way. Almost positive I'm gonna go, yeah. One marble wasted. Oh, well, it ain't that cold here. It's cold enough. My house is a little bit older, and it's but I mean, it's like a house. Like, it's got insulation and all that. But it's a fairly big house. It's not necessarily optimized for the HVAC system, because it was a house that used to have baseboard heat. So having like central heating and air, the house struggles in really hot weather or really cold weather. But we have an electric fireplace that is kind of expensive to run, and I've had it going for most of the last week, and I have a little space heater in here with on the bottom floor of the house, and it's still super cold in here. And the rest of the house is okay, but I'm just assume that whenever you're watching me stream, I'm either too cold or too hot, all the time. Because the temperature control, the room I stream in now used to be a garage. It was like a drive under garage, and it like in our house, and it's not insulated. We need to get it insulated, but we haven't. Yep, there it is. And that's why we use Marble 3s once you get to this point in the game, because D-Fleas just start showing up everywhere, using insta-kill spells. Alright. So this is the way up. Or down, whichever. We need to grab some treasures. There's actually a good item in here that we've got another usable item upgrade. Oh no, I thought there was another. I wasn't even paying attention to where I was going. Y'all got me all confused. I don't know what's going on. Speak for yourselves. I'm not old. I'm retro. Give her the temple offering. So one of these sets off a trap. That one. Trident is what we need. The luck potion is the one that traps you. Nice. And Trident believe, unless I've completely lost my sense of self, is casts lightning. Pretty sure that casts the AoE lightnings. Only every 6 steps? Nah, it's not that bad. Breath of Fire 2 is worse. Philip Schneider's in the process of playing through Breath of Fire 2 right now, and he's been experiencing, I think he experienced an existential crisis. He hasn't actually been able to fish yet. He's like up to the point where he's got Gene, or he's about to have Gene, and he's never been able to fish because every time he sees a fish, he starts walking towards the fish on the overworld map and gets grabbed by an enemy. He's just so frustrated. And I'm just like, yeah, and you want to say Voltage Genesis has a bad encounter rate. Now you know the real truth. I'll tell you the game that honestly has the worst encounter rate for a very specific reason. Cursed Hat. Surprisingly, not cursed. Not cursed, y'all. Just really good. Base map. Sweet Home. If you played Sweet Home for the Famicom, that game has the most horrible encounter rate. And it's not even because the encounter rate is bad. It's because there's a limited number of healing items in the game. So every single fight you get in, if you take a single point of damage, it is slowly chipping away at a finite pool of resources that you have to get through the entire game. So whenever you make a mistake and you end up in a spot you didn't want to be in, or you go the wrong direction, or you forget where you're supposed to be, every single fight feels stressful because it might represent the loss of some of those finite resources that you really can't afford to give them. Yeah, I was gonna say Jean, but then I was like, people are gonna think I'm a a-hole. Jean. But yeah, I usually say Jean when I'm in the game because he's French, but yeah. Yeah, Sweet Home is amazing. I've only ever played it one time. I got the best ending on it. But and Waffle's gonna be like, you're not supposed to worry about what ending you get. But I got the best ending on it. I would like to see some of the other endings, but the game is just struggle to get through. It's for me because of the active time events and just I don't know, something about it. It's a really cool game. I played it for Halloween a couple years ago. I don't have it on my schedule for the upcoming season, but yeah. Should probably look at a map, huh? Yeah. At one point I did do a reset because there was a thing where I fell into a sand pit and it was like, quick, save them, and I literally had no idea what I was supposed to do. So I was just like, and then my guy died. Okay, cool. Restart. Like reset. Yeah, so the Trident gives you unlimited access to that L bolt spell that Blue was using. And the trick here, for anybody who's not aware, I don't know my way through the maze, but this thing where it spins around, you don't actually, it rotates the map on your screen, but it doesn't actually rotate you, even though it looks like your character is spinning at a different speed from the rest of the map. It always finishes the spin with you facing in the same direction you were facing before the spin started. They just keep moving forward in the, if you know which direction you want to go, like, you just have to orient yourself to where you're facing and not the direction on the map, like seen from above. So if you're the kind of person that reads maps and says, okay, I need to go left, then right, then left, then you're good. If you're the kind of person that says, I need to go west, then east, or, you know, west, then north, then west, then you're going to have an issue. I think I'm going this way. Probably not. I think this just loops around. I think it's up, but I'm gonna check down here first. Trying not to cheat. I did cheat and use the map in the Dream World, in Mogu's Dream. Yep. Beast? Yeah, you gotta go West. That enemy's not even worth it. Like, why is that enemy here? 1100 XP split. 1100 XP split 8 ways. You're getting like 170 experience points per person to fight that monster. Oh, I went the wrong way. I got myself confused. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I was running my mouth. I might be confused now. Yeah, I gotta look at the map. I got lost. I was running my mouth and I wasn't paying attention, and I lost my train of thought. So we're pulling out Prima's Secret of the Games, Breath of Fire authorized game secrets. All right. Map is ridiculous. We did the square. So that's the square. The square. It loops around, comes up. Actually, I was like going exactly the right direction, guys. Yeah, looking at the map, I was actually exactly right. Go me. I thought I was lost, and then I randomly went in the correct direction. There you go, we got out. F that place forever. Oh my god, the HP on this monster. Okay. That's so silly. Can you insta-kill this thing? Do I have the insta-kill spell? Rub? I think rub is supposed to be the insta-kill spell. Of course not. This is madness. Yeah, we're about to get the Sky Key. We're gonna beat the game today, Indara. We're in the final. I can't say the final stretch, but we're like roughly 3 to 4 hours away from beating it. Maybe longer if I keep fighting everything. I don't know. I was really concerned that I wasn't gonna have enough time to beat the game on Monday, so I'm playing today instead. And now I'm playing slower than I normally would, because normally I would just marble through all of this. Like, I don't even. If you look at my previous save files, I beat the game at level 22 and I beat the game at level 23, and right now I'm level 22. So I've actually done more leveling in this playthrough than I really ever have on stream before. That thing was not worth it. 1500 XP. Like, the monsters just stop being worth the XP at some point. Like as Cleveland Tom is fond of saying, the juice is just no longer worth the squeeze. And it's just not worth it when you can pay a very minimal amount of money and just skip all the fights. I will say this is mean. This section is mean. Because you have to intentionally find a trap and step in it. Like, it really could just be like, walk through every single square in the room, and then eventually maybe you get lucky. Ah, I fucked up. I knew it. As I did it, I was like, wait, aren't there traps over here? Oh. I thought I had a big brain, but I had a tiny brain all along. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna not play this game with the stairs. Because it's just... This is just Capcom being assholes. Really and truly, this is Capcom being assholes. Foolish outsiders! How dare you come to my world and try to fight me? I was gonna throw it out there right now. This specific dragon transformation has the most flashy animation of any spell in the game, I think. So if you're prone to seizures, look away. Anybody watching this, seizure warning. So is the dragon attacks counted as magic? Yeah, they pixelize him. There we go. Ha! You can't touch me! Huh? Hurry! Attack him while I block his power! Don't cross me, Conscience, or I'll beat you too! We must both be destroyed. So the trick here is that he starts out as a blob of pixels, and every time he takes physical damage, the blob of pixels becomes less pixelated. His true form slowly comes into view. But he also starts taking less defense from physical attacks. So you have to try to strike a balance where you want to do a lot of physical damage early on, and then once his true form gets revealed, start trying to do like alternate like between physical and magic damage. Get hurt. Cast 2 on him. We're gonna marble. Marble time, y'all. We got all these marbles. Let's lose them. Back up on Karn. Karn's gonna really be the heavy lifter for this fight. We got about 2 more boss fights before we get our really good powers on Jado. I remember when I was a kid playing this fight and not really understanding what was going on, and this was the first boss fight where you just got the sense that your dragon powers really weren't that impressive. Like, you just weren't doing that much damage. And it just, I don't know, it was a very demoralizing fight when I was a kid, which is probably part of the reason I hate this part of the game so quickly, because really, I mean, at the point we're at in the game now, no one segment of the game lasts more than 20 or 25 minutes, right? But for some reason, I just really associate the dream world and then Moat as being like the worst part of the game. And it's definitely not. Yeah. Well, because the dragon transformations count as magic damage, so I don't know, it's just it gets weird. Thank you for the temple offering, Waffle. But yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why you can beat the game at level 20, right? Because you just have to, you don't have to be strong enough to beat the game. You just have to be strong enough to get the final transformation, and then you will beat the game. Like and I've got the Earth Robe on the hero. So like once we do get Agni, the hero is going to get healed by magic attacks. So really all you need is like 3 sets of Cure 9 and a Dream. 3 sets of Cure 9, some Acorns, and a bunch of Marbles, and you're going to make it to the end of the game and beat it no sweat. Playing it with no dragon transformations, or with no transformations at all, was wild. Like, I did enjoy that playthrough, because you have to play in a much more strategic way. You have to play differently. But it just makes the fights take so long, you know? Like, fighting the final boss in the game who has, like, 28,000 hit points when your average damage you're doing per round is, like, 400 damage, is pretty bad. So I think we're gonna get him down to his second win on this round. Moat got mad. Aw, he pissed now. All right, so now we're gonna go Bolt Dragon. We're gonna go for 2. We're gonna Marble, and we're gonna ride it. Well, she's at her parents' house today because she's getting her hair done. So her and her mom had hair appointments. So she's in Charlottesville. Her appointment starts at 9, so she should be awake and on the road. I asked her if she was going to be jumping in, and she said, "Haha, can you imagine? I'm gonna be in the middle of getting my hair done, and I'll be like, hang on a second, I need to do this." And I was like, "So is that a yes or a no?" And she just laughed. So I don't know. Maybe she'll jump in. Maybe she. Y'all are gonna have a major advantage over her next month because she's gonna be at Disney. Like, I'm staying here, so don't, if you want to rob the house, I guess you're gonna rob the house. She'll be in Disney World in Florida all weekend, assuming that the planes can fly with all the bad weather we've been getting. But I'll be here, and and I'm probably gonna stream every single day after work while she's gone. So y'all may have between 5 and 7 streams. See, the dragon transformation did 28 damage to him. It's just not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So she may be pretty far behind the train by the time she gets back into town. Yeah, 28 damage. I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad. Attack up on the Sir. Marvel 1. And she'll try to keep things interesting. You have no power here, Moat. A little spin attack is god tier. Love it. I have her use an acorn. Building her up a little bit. Plumpbotch! I probably said that wrong. Plumpbosh. Welcome in. Time for sippies. You know what? I want to have myself a little bit of my protein shake. Thank you very much. Welcome in. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I saw your message about your game. I did buy it. I don't know if you saw I bought it or not. I can't remember if I did it on the Phenomenal Sir or Golden Fish Entertainment, but I did snag it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But I want to. There he goes. Doing well. I'm doing as well as anybody can do in the US of A these days. We have a really bad winter storm that's about to hit like 2/3 of the country. So everybody in the country is either in the midst of it or waiting to see how bad it's going to be. I live in Richmond, Virginia, which is about midway up the East Coast, and we get gross weather like cold and rainy. Like, I remember one year, a few years ago, it rained 26 days in February, and it was 1 degree above freezing the whole time. But we're all planning to get like half a foot of snow, which is a lot for Central Virginia. And people in Virginia don't know how to handle snow, so I don't know. So there's some worry about what the weather's going to be like. Am I going to lose power? What am I going to do if I do? Because I got a bunch of cats that I got to keep warm. I can't just like go to my parents' house. A, because I can't drive in the snow in my car, and because I have a little sports car, and B, because can't leave the cats. So, and then just the overwhelming not overwhelming, but just the constant subcurrent of dread that I've been experiencing. That's the start of last year. Feels so good. Oh well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits, Klampash. You know those bits. Not only am I eternally grateful for them, but you also get assigned to a temple with those bits, because those bits are worth 60 temple points. 5 temple points per bit. And I know you probably don't know what that means, but you're now on a team, and you don't know which team it is. I don't know which team it is, but you're on a team, and they're all grateful to have you. You can win fabulous prizes by being on that team. Let's see. We tried to get Indara to join, and Indara declined because he said he wanted to be on Team Void. So yeah, you're on Temple and Nexus. You're teamed up with Waffle Dynasty, Goblin Junkbot, Calrea, and the rest. Well, thank you for that. He's like, I'm leaving. Everybody in the Temple of Nexus, welcome Clump to your ranks. You defeated Moat. Good work. Indara wants to be in Void. You haven't actually done any redeems yet, Indara. And the teams are evened up right now, so if you're really passionate about being on the team that's blatantly winning, then all you got to do is consult your tomes. You just got to redeem that consult tomes and be assigned. But once you get on that team, you got to contribute, because otherwise Philip Schneider will come for you. You've defeated Moat. Good work. Search the pillar for the key. Indara's out here repping Void. He's like one of those people that puts a political sign in the yard but doesn't vote. Never a bad time to enter when the Sir is around. That's true. You sound like a little bit of a heel, but it's true. All right. Y'all can't say you wouldn't use your powers to warp across the room to get a sandwich or a drink. Warp 30 feet. Just check Discord and both have no posts. It's a channel point redeem. You gotta do a channel point redeem. There's 3 different redeems that have like a split of 2 different priest spaces, and all of those redeems are worth temple point. But the reason there's no posts on those forum entries is just because I recently deleted the normal threads, and then I created like a forum to organize all of them, so everybody's posts got deleted. That's why nobody's really talking, because I deleted a bunch of stuff recently. How does Blue wear a clog? How does she wear that? Big thoughts. Indara's being funny now. The score is not up to date here. That's as of January 12th. I think right now the score is that Nexus has somewhere in the range of 33,000 to 34,000 points, and Void has about 41,000. I think that's about where they are. I need to update that stuff. I said I was gonna stop doing it after every single stream, but I think I need to do it after every stream because otherwise people don't know what the score is, and it seems like they lose focus, so to speak. Smoke. All right. We are loaded with items here, y'all. We're gonna move the E key down here. There we go. We've got 5 of the goddess keys. Getting there. The item shop. Oh, nobody has marble 3s. You gotta actually click on the little thing down at this man doesn't even know how Twitch works anymore. You gotta click on the little thing. The little at the bottom of the chat, the little rings icon, and it pulls up all the little redeems. I swear this guy's been streaming for like 3 years on Twitch, y'all. I gotta catch a suit of armor. Damn it. There we go. There it is. He got it. He got it, everybody. Golf clap. He's like, I never know. I don't know how Twitch works. I'm so busy streaming to thousands of people. I don't know what they see. I don't know what the user interface is. Help snagging the temple offering. Welcome in, Help. 30 stream streak. Holy cow. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, Adara. I think that's just funny where you're just like, I don't watch people. It just put me in the mindset of like a game dev, just being like, I have no idea what the user interface looks like. I just write code. Like oh Lord. I'm doing great, Help. We got some great people in. We got new entrants to the temple. You got Klumpbosh on Nexus. Indara is demanding to be on Void because he has hate in his heart. He spent the last hour trying to figure out how to redeem consult tomes. We got there. As they say in Virginia, bless him. No, we love Indara. If you're not following Indara, you should follow Indara. Indara has a super engaged community of people. Wildly active Discord. We raided him last night. We raided his empty desk chair last night. He was playing Fall Guys, open Fall Guys world with his community and just anybody who wandered in. They were having a ton of fun. So definitely check Indara out. While you're at it, check out Health Myself. Check out everybody. Check out Health. Check out Waffle. Check out Clump. Clump streams. Everybody streams. We're all streamers here. Oh, wait, where's this guy at? The walking guy. This is Carmen. I returned a few days ago to find that time has stopped. Is this something to do with talk in the east? Probably. Alright. So before we do anything, we gotta warp on over to Drogon, pick up some more Marble 3s. Then we gotta warp to Gust, pick up some more Marble 1. It was an empty chair raid. I'm disappointed that nobody in the raid spammed these bad boys, but then again, I didn't do it either, so... Hey, Perth! How's it going? Welcome in. How you? What do we got? So we've got 5 stacks of Marble 3s. We need 8, 16, 24, 30. We need to buy 30 Marble 3s to fill out our stacks. Only these items are... There we go. Alright. I don't know what the ruby bracelet does, but everybody's accessory slots are full, so... I'm not going to sell it to her, though, because I get a 10% knockoff on everything. You get... All of the items that you can buy in Drogon are 10% less than their normal cost. I don't know if that's because they're all poor, or if it's because they're just being nice, or if it's because you're from that town, but that's how it is. Conversely, the merchant in Aria will give you 10% more for stuff. If I was really in try-hard mode, I would be going there to sell all my gear and stuff when I'm like cleaning out my inventory. I really should be going to Aria because this fish merchant that's in this shop here, he pays you 10% more for everything. So the ruby bracelet gave me 13,500 in the other place. Oh, it's actually maybe it's more than 10%. Maybe it's 20%. Yeah, 30%. There it is. 30. Yeah, 10%. It's 10% less for Drogon and 30% more here. Maybe that's gone up. Now that I think about it, I have to check that. When I play this game next year, y'all remind me to do a comparative analysis of the of the discounts that you get in the first and second halves of the game. I'll buy 7 cures. Honestly, the storage space is worth more. So we're gonna get 9. Yeah, okay. We're officially graduating to cures instead of acorns. So I need to go back to Drogon. I want to get it's like 16 cures, which will be pretty pricey, but that should carry me through the rest of the game. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. You're saying I have gray hair that's lumpy in the back. Nice. Much appreciated. His hair is gray and lumpy from behind. Alright. Yeah, so then we're going to do 9, 10, 18, Every one of these is messed up. 1, so that's 9. 14, 21, 30. 30 marble ones. Thank you, Indara. I knew, see, Indara appreciates my long flowing locks. Because Indara knows the cold, harsh truth that awaits so many of us. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, I gotta stop picking on Indara. He's never gonna come to the stream again. He's like, I rarely watch people stream. It's like, well, let me get my kicks in while you're here. Much love to Indara Gaming, who fondly remembers the days of the jank pros of yore. There we go. Should be good now. Yep, we got all our stacks of acorns, we got all our stacks of marbles, we got all of our random bullshit over to the side. Got our dragon armor that we're not going to equip. That could probably go in storage. Yeah, there are better ways to say you're old as shit. Before you came in, I told Waffle I was retro. Like cargo pants, fanny pack. I could go back into the temple, but I'm not going. This is the part where it actually becomes tempting to not use bow in a transformation. And then you realize that you have to use bow in every single transfer. This is the part where bow gets really good all of a sudden. Oh, there's a thing. I think that's the gust bracelet. Makes you... fax machines existed when I was a kid. But I lived in that sweet spot where adults used fax machines when I was a kid, but by the time I became an adult, I didn't have to know how to use a fax machine. So I avoided that sorrow. Look at that. Look at the just feast your eyes upon this ridiculousness, guys. 299 attack power. Absolute silliness. He can't use a shield, and somehow Bo still manages to be the best party member. Like, he really is. I think I'm gonna mark it down in my memory now. I think the next time I play this game, I'm gonna split the difference, and I'm gonna use dragon transformations, but I'm not gonna use Karn transformations, because if you just look at Bo, I mean, Bo has 1 hit point less than Ox, right? So he essentially has the highest hit points in the game. He's got the highest attack power in the game. He can use healing spells and attack spells. Like, he is just all around. He's the real Dragon Warrior. We need a spin-off game about Bo. Just going on adventures. It was actually really funny. One of the many reasons why my first boss when I worked in health services at my old job. Um, my old boss hated me for a variety of reasons. Mostly because he was just a POS. Um, he asked me to fax something one time, and I was like, "Can you show me how to do that?" And he was like, "I do not have." He's like, "I don't get." What did he say? "I get paid too much to show you how a fax machine works." And I was like, "Okay, well, I've literally never used a fax machine before." And he was like, "Are you joking?" I was like, "No." I said, "We use emails now." And he's like, "How do you send secure documents?" I said, "I send an encrypted email." And he just looked at me like I was freaking crazy. He's like, "But that's not secure." I was like, "So, but if I fax this, it's just going to come out of the tray on a printer in someone's office, right? Where anybody could walk by and grab it. How is that more secure than I just send an encrypted email with a scan of the document to this person?" And he just got mad and was like, "You need to do what I say and stop trying to think." And I was like, "Okay, cool, buddy." Like, asshole. Well, that's because the industry that you work in is 30 years behind on all technology. You know, and I'm not saying that to be hateful, because I worked in the exact same industry in Dara up until like 8 months ago. Unless you've switched jobs, I don't know. I can't say what I used to do. I know some people know where I used to work or what I did. Um, because if I say what I used to do, then you'll be able to figure out what Indara does, and you might know him. You might have had dealings with him in the past. I got you. Different facility, as they say. Yeah, I couldn't stay where I was anymore. I was never gonna move up. Um, it's actually really funny because after I left, you know, we just had our governor. Our governor just got inaugurated, and on the 20th, and on like the 18th, the director of where I used to work announced that he would be retiring on effective on the day of the inauguration. And then they announced that his replacement would be like the old senior deputy. And then a week after, they announced that the senior, or like three, so they announced that. So on the 18th, the director announced he was stepping down. They did not have a replacement picked out at the time. They named the senior deputy um, the new director on the 20th, and then 2 days later, the chief deputy announced that he was retiring in like 2 months due to a health diagnosis he'd gotten, and he wished everybody the best of luck in their future endeavors. And really, everybody's like, "No, what it is the chief deputy's pissed because he's worked for the department for 40 years and didn't get the promotion. So he's just like, fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm not going to work for this guy." The drama. Drama, man. My new job had issues too. I'm at another state agency. Different work. The people are a lot better. I'm constantly there. I don't know. They I'm constantly worried that they're gonna cut me loose. Not because I'm doing anything wrong, but because I'm just like stressed out. I'm gonna lose a really good job. Um, but it's interesting there too because I was there for like 2 months, and the commissioner unexpectedly announced that he was gonna be leaving the following month, and everybody was like, "What?" It's like in a statewide meeting, he dropped that and was like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm out." And wow, it's blatantly worse. Get it 5 dungeons later and it's worse. Everybody was kind of like, "What?" And then his replacement announced he was leaving, and his replacement was like in a solid job. He was like a deputy director or something in the agency. He wasn't in an appointed position, and then he took an appointed position effective like October 1st. And then after the election, he announced he was going to be leaving. And it's like, but then the person they brought in apparently was the commissioner like 10 years ago. So they brought back somebody that used to. It's just weird. The drama around appointed positions, just absolutely crazy. I don't know how people stay sane dealing with all of that. First, the agile. He's still wearing headgear. That's from. All right. Guess we'll just go out and then start again. Actually, if I'm being honest, when I was talking before about the worst part of this game, I think the worst part, there's a tie between this section and the segment when you have to go to Nabal and you have to like walk through the Dark Dragon's fortress 3 different times. I think those two are probably tied for worst segment in the game. Just because of the fact that you have to walk through the same dungeon multiple times. Like crazy. I feel like this used to be easier. Yeah, I am crazy. There you go. I don't know why I was getting so confused there. Wolf skin. Oh, look at that. It's like you just get to this part of the game and they're like, all right, they should have Pucka now. Let's make Bo absolutely unstoppable. We're gonna give you specific armor that's only for Bo. We're gonna give you one of the best hats in the game that Bo can wear. And we're also going to give you a weapon that's just blatantly more powerful than any other weapon in the game except maybe the Emperor Sword. Enjoy! Too bad he's locked inside a fusion! Actually, I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I think they probably did that in case people didn't get Karn's transformations, right? You've given me all kinds of trouble, but now it's over. Time is on my side. See for yourself. What do you think? I stopped time in the village. This is just the beginning. Soon it'll be like this all over the world. Ha! Who is that? Is that Alan? It can't be. Time and space have started to distort. Oh, wait a second. It's the time key, not the time and space key. This is bullshit. Yeah, the time key segment is probably the most annoying. It's got some very interesting writing. I think in a modern day release, this section would probably have been really, really good. in a modern day game that they really spend a lot of time like digging into the storyline and like the dialogue and stuff, I think that it would have been a really, really, really good segment. It would be a tearjerker segment. But as it is, with the minimal dialogue that Breath of Fire engages in, having to just keep walking back by yourself is kind of poopy. And if you don't have Marble Threes, you're probably never going to make it back to town with the hero at this point in the game. Just walking by yourself. There's no way. You're alive. Everyone is here. It seems that Alan and Searle know each other. I think it's supposed to be Cheryl. Searle? I think it should be Cheryl. Alan and Cheryl. So I'm going to say Cheryl from now on, because that would make sense. Because they had to cut the names to 4 letters in the American version for reasons. So like I think Bo is Gilliam in the Japanese version. So I'm gonna say Cheryl. I hear that they were childhood friends. Cheryl's a friend. I know that she'll never help the Dark Dragons. Actively doing so. People do change. I'm going to talk to find out what happened. Not safe to go alone. We'll come with you. What cancer of a team did they just give me? Absolute fail. Did they unload on me there? See, and then yeah, I don't know. And then they do the party remix, and they give you an actually good balanced party. I don't know, y'all. I think they might be trying. Capcom might be trying to help us out here. They might be trying to do us a solid. I had talked about doing like a canon fodder, CANON, like story canon, run of Breath of Fire 3. That might be interesting to do for this game as well. Like, never switch up my party composition unless the game does it, unless it's required to progress. You know what I'm saying? Just always do whatever the party has us, or whatever the game has us doing. Oh, we didn't transform there, though, to get through the woods, so I just didn't. I waited. Time to get some here. You wear icy armor? No. Can anybody wear icy? I mean, the hero can, but I'm not putting it on him. Yep, whatever. Then you gotta go all the way around. This is just a time sink. This segment of the game it plays out as it does. As it goes, it just plays out as like a time sink. Which I guess is appropriate because it's the time key, right? So let's make them waste as much of it as possible. Tell you what I would like is to be able to hotkey a specific stack of items. Just like every so often, just use a Marble 3 by pressing like the right shoulder button. That would be amazing. Alright, back to the teleporter room. See, this is where Pokemon got the idea, right? For Team Rocket's hideout. This dungeon right here. Where it came from. We did it. Cheryl, it's you, isn't it? Don't you remember the days that we were together? Yes, I do. Finally found you. Ha! Don't get sappy on me. My childhood memories are long lost. I've learned to be tough in order to survive. I'll destroy anyone in my way. I mean, the 90s hair aside, she's kind of a baddie, though. Even though they did just put a woman on top of the bottom half of Pog's body. If that wasn't immediately clear. That's just, the bottom half of Cheryl's body is just Pog from, which we skipped the Pog fight, but it's just Pog from the Dark Dragon's Fortress near Kantar and Tuntar. And then they just stuck a chick on top and gave her mantis hands. I don't think it's worth transforming here because the fight doesn't last very long, but I am going to slap the shit out of her first round with 2 Marble ones. Oh man, she quick. She cast Earthquake. Remember. Right. Oh, she's so quick and nimble. I hope I'm not misremembering this. I could have sworn that she like ends the fight fairly early in. Whoops, spoilers. Oh, there you go. Get wrecked. You're stronger than I thought, but you don't have a chance. It's cool how them getting older makes their clothes change and grow with them. I never really thought about that before. I will advance time until they are gone. Will you let that happen? She's got us. We have to retreat. You're pretty smart for a fish. Now get out of here. Time and space have started to distort. I need to check something. All right. Sorry. I did check my message. Vito and his companions are caught in the middle. Caught in the middle with you. It was a mistake to let you come here. You cannot break my seal of magic. As Cheryl closes her mind, the gate of the castle closes. The gate won't open. Let's return to the village for now. Warriors, our fate is in your hands. Where have you been? I was really worried. Rolling time and space? How about that? Kato, Alan has been badly injured. How can she do this to a friend? I'm to be blamed. I'm responsible for what she is now. What? We spent our childhood together, like brother and sister. The people decided to throw her out because she wasn't human. Couldn't stop them. You still care for her. If I had protected her or left with her, she wouldn't be like this. If you want to get her, I'll help you. I haven't stopped thinking about her. If you want to get her, like, if you want to, like, get her, like, romantically? I haven't stopped thinking about her, but she'll never forgive me. Worth a try. Do you remember anything that means a lot to her? She'll remember the fruit. There's a holiday tree in a southern coast village where we grew up. We spent a lot of time there, and she loved the fruit. She's in the South Castle. Let's get that fruit and go see her. Now, I never really thought about it until right this instant, but Cheryl having the time key is actually, again, I think that if this was written today, if it was like redone, the game was remastered or whatever, they expanded the script, that kind of thing. The idea that Cheryl specifically has the time key, and I'm sure everybody's like, yeah, well, that's why it's written that way. But, like, it really is very poignant that... It's very touching that she specifically has the time key, and she's using the powers of the time key to advance time to punish the people that ruined her past. Like, it's very weird and circular, and I like it. It's good. It's a good piece of storytelling that was not well executed in the game. 498. God. Hey. Love it. Annie, thank you for the hair up. My hair's already up, though. Would you like me to put my hair down instead? I could put it more up for you. Oh, come in. You know, I don't do this for just anybody. Oh, you thought you checked hat? Oh, okay. I was about to give myself a whale spout like a little baby. So, thanks for saving me there. There's definitely a couple of old streams out there where I had a whale spout and like 3 hats stacked on. I don't think I would do that nowadays. All right. There it is, the jank hat. The monster left an acorn. Wow! Hope you're doing well. We are just trucking right along in this classic SNES RPG, Breath of Fire. First JRPG I ever played. First, like, honest JRPG I ever played. You could argue that Crystalis was the first RPG I played, but that's more of an action RPG. And the first Super Nintendo game I owned. I love this game. It makes me happy. You take the fruit. We've taken the fruit. But what about that? So now, I gotta remember, do we go back to the fort? Or do we go over to Hawk for the... Terranigma and Dragon Quest V. I'm not big into the Dragon Quest games. I had Dragon Quest III, the Game Boy Color version did. And I like the idea of the game, but the amount of grinding in it, I'm not a big fan of grinding, which I talked about last night. Terranigma I've never played, but I've got it on my want to play list, I think, on rank 1. I know some people that speak very highly of that game. What's that sweet scent? It reminds me of the fruit. Cheryl feels warmth in her heart. You'll be able to open the gate now. You've come to defeat me. I'll let you. Tired, and I can't go on. Bo shows the fruit. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull? Remember this, don't you? Of course she does. She opened the gate for us. I hurt Alan badly. He won't forgive me. Take the time key with you. It's in the treasure chest. He isn't going to listen. Let's go back with the key. We have to bring Alan here. A treasure chest is coded so you can only open it from the bottom. You received the time key. Smash! Cheryl, you have betrayed us! Don't be stupid, Cheryl. We serve the Empire. I won't let them take the key. Run! I'll take care of him. It's my problem. Goodbye, Alan. Hurry, run! Bring the village back to the present time. Cheryl! Traitor! Gah! Cheryl! How did you get here? Let me go! Alan, don't! As Cheryl disappears, the castle fades away. Sorry, Alan. It's all because of this war. The war makes people crazy. Cheryl wanted us to bring time back to the present in the village. Let's go to talk. They're like, all right, we won't make you walk through it again. Although, little might you know that there's actually a weapon for the hero hidden behind the pedestal here that you would have to go. Yeah, you can see the treasure chest up there, and it's the Jade Sword, which is like not even better than... It's like not even really an upgrade, but it's just there as like an FU to get you to walk back over there and grab it. I don't know. Shame on me for not liking grinding. Or not playing Terranigma, or both. Yeah. I saw that they have the Square Enix sale right now. I don't know if you've seen that on Steam, Annie. But they've got like a billion Square Enix games for sale, and one of them that's for sale is the Dragon Quest III remake, and I'm trying to decide should I replay it. Because I like the idea of custom parties. Like I like games that have a lot of variation in their replayability like that, where you can try playing as all monks or you can play as a traditional party or whatever. I was told there's something called like Draki mode that's supposed to be easy, but I don't necessarily want the fights to be easier. I just want the fights to like be worth it. When I tried to stream the Game Boy Color version a couple years ago, and I was playing it on an emulator, so you could speed it up. And and like after the first episode, I think I was like level 8 or 9, and I'd made it to like the third town. Like I'd made it past the first major boss. And I sat there and I like auto battle grinded levels with the emulator playing at like 1000% speed for 2 hours. And I went from like level 8 or 9 to like level 12. And at the end of all that, I literally didn't have enough money to buy all the upgrades for the of gear for the town I was in. Like, it was crazy. Time and space have started to distort. HGTV is great. You're like the third person to tell me that, so I do have some some gift cards that are like Visa gift cards that are burning a hole in my pocket. And I had thought I might save them for responsible stuff, buy stuff for the house in the spring for the garden or whatever. But I don't know. I might just splurge and buy like half a dozen games on Steam. Just keep adding to the backlog. This isn't right. Did I do it wrong? Ah! No! Nina has vanished! We have to find her! All of a sudden, Gobi's super invested in the story, just in the last 5 minutes. He's really concerned about everything that's going on. He's thinking, if I can get my hands on the time key, I can invest in a stock and then travel forward in time and maximize my money. It'll be great. I hear there's a famous doctor in Carmen. Thanks for that. You can save music in a bottle, bleep, and listen to it later. Traveling in time? Is that how she came here? It would be best for her to go with you, since you are her friends. She has amnesia. It will be difficult to bring her back. See, I talk about doing a playthrough where I just use whatever party they give me, and then I see this, and I'm like, Blue, Gobi, and Mogu, huh? Thank you. So there's a famous doctor in Carmen. And we're going to need one thing before we can take advantage of services. Never win the fight. No, if you look on... I use rank 1 to track like what I'm playing and what I want to play in the future. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Annie. But I went on hiatus for like a year and a half, and when I did, I like cleared out all my lists and everything. And when I came back, I rebuilt my lists of want to plays. I looked at all the games I currently have. I look at all the games that I had as a kid, and I look at all the games that I didn't have as a kid, but I wanted to try and never got to. And I added everything on there. And it was like 200 games, and since then I've added like 30 more to the list of things I want to play. Which, a lot of them it's okay because they're not super long, but there's definitely about half a dozen games in the mix that are like 100 hours each. So I'm gonna have to take a break in a moment. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna have to step into the other room for a minute. Gerald, wait! I'll marry Alan when I grow up. Sorry, y'all. I thought I heard something being destroyed in the other room, and when I went in the other room, my cats were all just sitting there looking at me like, what? So I don't know what I was hearing. I have no idea. Sorry about that. Oh, the Marble 3 no longer works. We're done. We're dead. We're donezo, y'all. Oh, it's GG. Or is it? Hey, Goblin. Long time no see, buddy. How you been? Welcome in. I finished up super early last night. We beat Secret of Mana in about 2.5 hours. Then we did like an hour or so of Shadow of the Beast, and I ended up cutting out. So I'm sorry you weren't able to hop in. We missed you. All right. Hopefully I don't need a worm specifically to catch a pufferfish. Nope. Alright, there you go. Pufferfish achieved. We've already got the coconut. We've already got the white antler. We've already got the root. Go us. Remember when I was picking all those things up 2 weeks ago, IRL, saying we would need them at some point? Yeah, I'm not going to keep apologizing, but I will apologize one more time. Sorry I bailed like that. I thought I heard something happen in the other room that I needed to address, and I was like, well, they'll be okay for a minute. And then the sound got more persistent, and I was like, all right. And then when I went in there, nobody was doing anything wrong, so I don't know what they... Do you need to consult a doctor? That doctor is famous. Dr. Wiley? Amnesia? That's easy. The tonic has always been effective. The tonic contains pufferfish, root, coconut, and white antler. It would be easy to make if I had the ingredients. Do you have all the ingredients? Wait here while I make the tonic. It's done. Vito receives the tonic. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you for that, Goblin. Really and truly. White antler. Just in case you haven't managed to find a white deer and don't feel like hunting one. There's like 3 or 4 white antlers you can pick up throughout the game. That's one of those too good to use items until you get to the end. So. We've got the tonic. And a little preemptive reorganization. Back to Toonland, Tunland, Tunnelland. Actually kind of sore today too. I've been trying to do sit-ups off stream. And I think it was just a combination of I sat in a chair all day yesterday, and then sat in a chair all night streaming, and then I just slept really hard. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Why are you staring at me, Jado? What's your problem? Mina has recovered from amnesia. Do you know who I am? Don't be silly, Karn. She's back! She's back! What's the big fuss? I feel great, and I can fly. So now we're gonna pop that one in. Well, yeah, right? Like, why would it be? Just everybody else just needs to work twice as hard to make up for having half the staff. Also, when I started reading that sentence, I was like, what does your dungeon master have to do with it? And then I clicked for it and be like, oh, yeah, okay. At first, I was like, what does your DM have to say about any of this? Tell that guy to go to hell. And I realized you meant district manager. Dano catches a dragon shield. Oh! Oh! You love to see it. Alright. I know that there are claws he can use shields with. Don't have one. Flame shield? Yes. That's good. And you can't use the pro shield. I'm gonna hold on to that pro shield though, because those are actually pretty good items. Those are good shields. And I feel really certain that I've slapped a pro shield. Oh, Lord. You need to tell her, shut it. Be like, listen here. So you gotta do this right away. You gotta do this right away. If you wait till you actually come to this island, you can't get this. But if you come here, face the back of this tower, look down, press A, you get the tri-rang. So that's the final boomerang upgrade for the hero. It's amazing. There's like, I think maybe 2 swords that are better than it in the game, but it's worth it for the AoE effect. And one of those swords is the Emperor Sword, which you literally only have for like 1 boss fight. Which reminds me, I need to get the broken sword out of storage. So we grab the tri-rang, we grab the dragon or the dragon shield. There's a couple more big spots we need back. I need to sell some stuff first because my inventory's full. No marbles. Okay. Of any kind? Or are you talking about a specific type of marble? 156. So 206. You can use marbles again. No marbles of any kind. Okay. I can buy marbles though, I just can't use them. Just so I can restock for when I'm allowed to have fun again. Sell the stick. Sell the metal shield. Sell the... Oh, I really don't want to sell the icy armor, but I don't know who else could wear it. Worth a lot of money. Oof. Felt bad to see. 13,000. Jade bow. Alright. Yeah, but the numbers don't really go up in Breath of Fire 1. the numbers just stay the same forever. I guess theoretically I could run around and fight M slimes, which are the most valuable XP enemy in the entire game, and you get a whopping like 1300 XP per person. So this is the guy that way back when we came here, we were able to heal. We were able to heal his back with Nina, with Nina for 20,000 gold, and then we came back again with Blue and healed him again, and now we don't get to give him any more money. We don't get any more money from him. Womp. I was thinking you could come back, but then I remembered that was it. But I know I had said something about it before about, oh yeah, you can come back here 2 more times. And then later I was like, yeah, that's not actually true. So I just wanted to show that wasn't forgotten. Yeah, he's a lot more pervy in the Japanese version, as I understand it. There's one more dig spot, I think. Good one. Wow. I really did pick that one spot where there's nothing but water. There we go. Okay. Peace. So we want to go down here. If you go. And love hat. Agile hat. That little room over there to the right, it really does feel like there was supposed to be another transformation or something there, and they just scrapped it. Alright, Mist Claw. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, there it goes. Big number go up, make brain happy. There it is. I'm gonna beat those cats. And a star shield. Okay. Like maybe he needs the star shield. Do free hands to equip yourself. Star shield. Yeah, sure, why not? And we'll put the agile hat on our... Doesn't really make it. That's actually just worse. Okay. Yeah, Mogu's only value. I mean, Mogu does allow you to run from fights automatically. He has a spell called Dig that teleports you out of the battle. That's useful. If you're willing to have your lowest HP party member in the party instead of just using using marbles. Right. Pucka. I mean, that's fair. Wind bracelet. I think I called it the gust bracelet before. Wind bracelet. So we're gonna do log. I feel like canonically, I've always put the ring on the hero, but the ring probably should go to, what's his name? Oh, I'm being honest. Honestly, I'd rather have the skull ring, but the wind bracelet is a neat only item, I think. Temple offering from Junkbot. There it is. Thank you very much. Alright. Time to break the game, y'all. Buddy. Search here. Take pass. Only put the ring on the hero. Kobe. Thank you, Kobe. Loyal Rapier. Light clothes. No. The power hat. That's the other cursed item. This is cursed. Do not equip this on any of your party members. It's a trick. It is 100% a trick. Don't fall for it. They literally sell cursed gear. Love hat is worth 50 gold. Best hat in the game for Nina. Nina's the only one that can wear it. There's 2 in the game. The extra one sells for nothing. Cool story, bro. Yeah, we're gonna have to clear out our inventory a little bit. The power, yeah, that's not what it says. That's not what it says in in the Japanese version. It's something different. Well, the wolf hat is called the wolf hat, and it only works on bow, so you assume, oh, this is a special hat only for bow, and then you put it on, and it makes him take 50% more damage. So... yeah, no. So I feel like Goblin kind of got robbed because I'm like a minute away from being able to use marbles again. Sorry, buddy. Only a member of the dragon family. Well, you know... you need proper training to break the seal. I know what you thought I was going to do, Goblin. You thought I was going straight here. For that, I am sorry. Jado drinks the keen water. You'll have completed this step if you can survive this test. Bolt Dragon! No. Okay, so he's faster than me. Wonderful. Guy's gonna fuck me up. You do so much damage. Oh. Oh! Oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Right there. There it is. I'm gonna have to redo my gear so I'm faster or something. Oh. Oh my god. I can use marbles in 15 seconds. There we go. Okay. This guy getting smash attacks is not fair. And I hate it. I'm gonna waste a ton of money here, but I don't care. Oh, now I really wasted money. I thought I was fast enough. I wasn't fast enough. Please, dear Lord, let this be enough. That amazing transformation I've unlocked that I'm literally never going to use. Congratulations! Your training is complete! I did. That was twice he dropped me to 5 HP. Use your powers to restore peace to the world. Will do, buddy. Drinks the water. Congratulations on your achievement. Use your powers wisely. Sure thing, buddy. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, and then I have to get that so that I can get the next transformation, and then I'm never gonna use Rudra. Womp. Honestly, you don't need to be fused anymore. You can get back on the back row where you go. This is the party. Brew. Sprint to the goddess begins now. So, not sponsored, and A, don't want to tell anybody how to live their life, and B, I will preface this by saying that they're a little on the pricey side, but these like Huel drinks that I've been drinking, these things are actually pretty good. These like the Huel Black Edition. But since New Year's, I've been trying to like control my calorie intake. So obviously I'm doing the dry January. I have mostly removed added sugars from my diet, other than just the bare minimum that needs to be in some things. Like this has like 4 grams of added sugars. So I was like, well, I remembered I used to get those, like, they were like the powdered shakes that were like a complete meal in a powder form, and you'd add water and shake it. And I thought that's what I was getting with these. I thought that's what I was getting when I bought these, and they're actually liquid. And I was like, ooh, these are going to be kind of gross, but they're actually really good. And they're very high protein. They're 400 calories. And essentially, I used to just always, I would like every day on my way to work, I would go and I'd get like a sausage biscuit from Wawa or something, or I would have like breakfast at the house. And I feel like, and then I would end up snacking through the morning until I went home. And these things actually do a good job of making me feel full. Like, since I could tell the difference. I was drinking these, and then when I ran out and my refill order hadn't come yet, for like the 3 or 4 days I was waiting for them, I could tell I was eating more. Like, I was feeling hungrier. But these things, like, I get up in the morning and I spend most of the morning just kind of sipping on it. Like, I've been up since 7 and I haven't finished this one yet. But they taste really good, and honestly, it essentially keeps me from eating a whole meal in the morning, which has really helped me in terms of controlling my calories. Like, I'm comfortably hitting like 16 to 1800 calories a day when I used to be like 3000. Um, I'm gonna weigh myself again on Monday, but as of when I started weighing myself, which you can see on the forum post or whatever, um, I weighed myself on the first of the year and I was like right at 250. I was like 250.1 pounds. And when I weighed myself last Monday, I was already down to 238. Like, just cutting out the sugars and the alcohol for January. In 3 weeks, and doing minimal exercise. I lost like 11 or 12 pounds. So I will say, definitely, if you can afford them, they're pricey. Like, you get a box of them, and it's like 12 in a box, and it's like $60, something like that. So they're not cheap, but you figure, Jado, you've learned Agni. You must have assistance in order to eat. But you figure, how much are you going to spend on like a deli sandwich or something, for lunch anyway? So it kind of breaks even for people that are really diligent about making their food at home and packing it when they go to work. Probably not going to get a benefit there in terms of cost. The mystic power will let you see the truth. Jado has gained Agni, the ultimate power. Should have done a screenshot of that. Yeah, I almost play a better game than Breath of Fire 3. Oh, Perth. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta do the curls real quick. We'll do that, and then we'll start heading towards beating the game. So, go. Alright. 20 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! Thank you, Goblin. I helpfully kept my arm off the camera so y'all couldn't see. Anyway, back to the game. What the hell are you doing, Francis? We need to get to an item shop that has an actual bank so we can drop off. This is not a town. So that we can drop off some stuff. Our inventory is distressingly full. Thank you for the get fits, Goblin. Looking out for me. Welcome to storage. How can I help you? Well, I'd like to store some stuff, sir. Certainly, sir. So we're not going to need the rod, we're not going to need the dragon sword, we're not going to need the dragon armor, we're not going to need that, we're not going to need the fife, we're not going to need the hourglass. We will need the tablet. The rest of this we're stuck with, unfortunately. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to refill the damn water jar while I was there. Womp. I was going to refill the water jar, and then I got so distracted being healthy AF that I was going to go up the stairs, turn around, grab the water, and then I was going to exit out. I don't want to forget this, so I'm going to take the broken sword now. Take those as well. Put this down here. The Tim key. Temple offering from Goblin Junkbot. Pass. Okay. Alrighty. That down there. Yeah, we need to equip the broken sword on the hero before the final battle, so that we can see if that's true that you get to see Chun-Li a second time if you have it equipped. Of course, it could still be a GBA only thing, but I'm not gonna stress about that. And we need 16 Marble 3. Nope. Save our game. You should have been here last night, Goblin, when we had Philip, the Doof, and Waffle were all exchanging messages off stream on Discord about how they were gonna do me as dirty as humanly possible with an instructions from the temple redeem. And then as we were going into the Mana Beast fight, they launched their trap card, which was don't use magic, and I was like, I fail it instantly. Like, it's not a valid one because because you can't beat the boss without it. And they were like, oh damn. Because I don't think any of the three of them is actually super familiar with Secret of Mana. So they were like, this will get his ass. So this is like, yeah, that's not a valid redeem because you can't beat the game without doing that. Jado shows the pass. I guess it's okay. Go ahead. Alright. It's old technology and the parts are not in the right place. A man from Spring climbed this tower a while ago. He can't go up now because of an equipment failure. It's the switch. I don't know why I always do that voice when he says, it's the switch. Well, I mean, it ended up being invalidated, and then I was so into the fight that Waffle changed it to no healing magic, and I only used one heal spell the whole time because I had gone through and grinded up to like between the grinding I did and then just normal play, I think I was like level 70 when I went to the boss. So the boss couldn't really hurt me except for one of his attacks. And I used Cure Water to make myself immune to damage. Like, I gave myself iframes while he was doing that attack. But I literally didn't see the redeem, so I was like, well, that's, didn't see it. Sorry. Thank you for saving my husband. He'd like to pay you back. His only skill is that he is a very good climber. Climbed the Scandi Tower and brought the parts home. Here. They're broken. think about where I wanted to go. I kind of assumed that's what they were going to say. They were going to be like, no armor or something. No armor during final fight. Like, okay. It was also really funny, Goblin, because we got into the Mana Fortress, and in the first room of the Mana Fortress, I was like, "Ooh, let's start a prediction." But do y'all think I'm gonna get a weapon orb drop while I'm in here? And like literally, the prediction was running for 15 seconds. I opened a chest and got a weapon orb, and was like, "Well." So do you think I'm gonna get another one? Because like people hadn't even started betting yet, and I couldn't reset it. I'll wake him up. Good. He isn't completely awake, but you can talk to him. Cool. Ada, what can I do for you today? What have you got? Let me take a look at it. The broken parts of some device. I can fix them. You can rest while I work on them. The parts are completely fixed. So I want to check and see if this is a sequence thing, if I can do this. I don't know if I can or not, but I'm going to try to get the Dragon Heart now. And save myself a ride on the elevator. Scandy. Which apparently you can't warp to for... Warriors, our fate is in your hands. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I gave you the highlights. We played Shadow of the Beast. I said that playing Shadow of the Beast is literally the definition of insanity. I played through it. I think I did like 5 or 6 replays of it, and I died not only in the same area, I was dying to the same enemy every time, and then I'd go back and replay the whole game up to that point, and I was putting my scores in the high score list, and all of my high scores were like 1 enemy kill apart. Like, I was literally just doing the exact same thing. No matter what I did, I was ending up with the same amount of health in the same place every single time and then dying. It was funny. You can save music in a bottle and listen to it later. The princess is the only one who knows how to open the safe in the castle. I think that she's the dragon heart person. Thank you for saving our kingdom. We'll help in any way that we can. Yeah, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I know you've been dealing with bullcrap at work. Yeah. So fuck off. Like, right? Like, so go away. Did you guys know that you can actually get some good items from digging with Mogu just in regular areas as well? When you get to ground like this cracked ground, you can actually dig with him on any of these areas, and it's possible to get things like moon drops from digging. It's random. You get certain items in certain areas, I think. But yeah, those like dried out fields, you can actually go around and dig and like farm for items that way, like healing items and stuff. Where is Skin? Not going. Where are you? There it is. I guess it's okay. Go ahead. Parts fit perfectly. Gobi's not bad. His health is just abysmal. Like, he gets hit, or not Gobi, Mogu. And Gobi would actually be legit. Like he's not a terrible character either. He's slow as molasses. The real issue with Gobi is that he's got these amazing attack spells that literally only work for one sequence of the game that takes like 30 minutes, and then the rest of the game he's just a physical hitter. Are you wondering why I'm here? You can get to Zog if you wish. Why am I letting you do this? You'll know soon. The Dragon Heart is a weapon in Tunland. It can destroy any dragon. Yeah, we gotta get this stupid thing. This is a great big old middle finger from Capcom. Ride all the way to the top of this stupid elevator so that you can be told to ride it all the way back down to go get an item that's not even required to finish this area. If he just said the Dragon Heart is a weapon in Tunland that can destroy any dragon, and then he disappeared, then that would give you the option to get it after this fight, like after this sequence, or now. And that would be fine. But requiring you to ride the elevator back down, like, even though it's only like, 45 seconds in gamer time, that just, it feels eternal. Like, that's the one major thing that I will always complain about in this game is as you get towards the end of the game, you get into these like walk back loops where they just have you going back and forth between, and they do it a lot, like really close together, right? Like they do it, like Gant, you have to teleport to Gant and then walk to Prima like 6 times. You have to go up through the Dragon's Fortress to Nabal 3 times. Then you have to go, like, it's just, yeah. It just feels like blatant padding to the game, and it's upsetting. A legendary weapon? I don't know about it, but I know a dragon song. Yeah, the mallet is insane. Yeah. Yeah, well, like, how would you know, right? Jado is disturbed. The song is called The Dragon's Heart. If you like it, I'll put it in a bottle. Receives a bottle filled with the drink. There are quite a few of those issues in this game as well, where they just don't tell you what to do. They're like, go talk to everyone. It'll be fine. I care less about that, if only because the game itself, like, the world is pretty small, and even if you are just, like, at a loss and you start talking to everyone, that part doesn't take a long time, and also Rings of Power, right? Like, I'm used to playing games where you have to talk to everyone. So that's not really a foreign concept, but the constant walkbacks are insulting. Yeah, the trading is good. We talked about that before. Because Ox gets the mallet, I believe it is. And there's actually, depending on what point in Gobi's storyline specifically you're in, you can get different gear from the flea market minigame, from Gobi's store minigame. So you've got some really good items you can get, like weapons that you can get for each of the individual party members. Some of them are harder to get than others because of the timing. Like, I think one of, like, the first sequence is basically as soon as you get Gobi up until you get Ox. And then the second part is, like, Ox until you get the sphere. Like, from when you... or it's like once you clear Nabal. So it's just a really short sequence that you can go around and you can do the mini game. And you can get... some good stuff for like Blue and Karn and people like that. I think that's when you get the dwarf bow as the second sequence as well. I can't remember which sequence it is, but there's one specific bow that's like, it's not the best bow in the game, but it's like the 3rd best bow. But it's the only bow that, or one of only 2 bows that lets bow use with it. Save it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of grinding for it. So if it feels meaningful, but you level so slowly, you know, like if I was to do a no marble 3 run of this entire game without grinding, I would hazard that I would be below level 30 by the time I beat the game. Versus skipping every single random fight for the second half of the game and I'm level 22. I'll probably be level 24 when I finish the game. I think I went the wrong. And Capcom really likes to punish you with like switchbacks and blank hallways and things like that as well. Which, to be fair, I can't complain too much about that because I do that in Voltage as well, and I know I do it because I did it because it's a thing in this game. Power Hat, that's cursed. The glove. Oh. Yeah, I think the glove is a bow-only shield that he can only use if he's using a specific weapon. It's kind of funny. Yeah, the glove is bow only, but you can't use it unless you're using a specific weapon. I like that. I like that guy. We've been here. I think the closest thing I've done to that is when I've played Pokemon games in the past, I try to do like theme teams instead of just picking really good shit. I have to have like a theme for every one of them. And I did one where I was playing Sword and Shield, and I started with a Magikarp and a Lotad, and I intentionally lost to the rival, which, by the way, in case y'all weren't aware, the rival in Sword and Shield, he tries to throw the final match, or the first match against him, he tries to lose it intentionally in front of the professor's house. And I was using 2 monsters that didn't have actual attacks that could hurt him. So he just kept using Growl over and over and over. The whole fight was like an hour long. But I essentially, like, the headcanon was that I was just minding my own business by the creek, just like enjoying my day off from work with my Pokemans. And he showed up and beat the hell out of my monsters, and I swore to get revenge. So I was doing the gym challenge out of spite to get strong enough to take him down. And essentially what I would do is I tailored the entire team just to mess with him. So like the next time I fought, like I didn't add any new monsters. And then the next time I saw him, I was like, oh, he has this monster now. And I went and got a specific monster that I don't normally use. So I think I got like a Heliolisk or something to counter his flying type. And I literally just made a team specifically to fuck with him. And it was like the worst team I've ever used, but it made me really happy to just be like, yeah, I know. Oh, you're gonna use your Corvisquire, Corviknight. Okay, guess what? I know exactly what I'm using for this, and then I'd one shot him and go to the next monster. And I started doing that way back in the original Pokemon. Like I think I've talked about it before, but like I had beaten the original Pokemon game like 5 or 6 times, and I started doing theme teams. And my first ever team was I did a caver team. My first ever theme team was a caver team because I realized that there's 6 caves in the game, and I caught 1 Pokemon from every cave, and that was my team. Like, I used a Game Shark to give myself a Zubat as my first Pokemon, and I ended up having to be, like, level 25 to be able to beat Brock's team with a Zubat. And then from there, I caught one Pokemon in every cave, and there couldn't be any repeats. Yeah. I'm surprised to see you here. You make the dragon family proud. It's good to have power, don't you think so, Jado? The world should be united, and one man should control it all. The world is mine. No one stands in my way. See, I know you think that, but the problem is... Get wrecked. Welcome in, Philip. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you, buddy. Shway-nay-nay-nay! I'm about to ruin this man's entire plan for world domination. Oh no, he's casting a high-level fire spell, which heals me. Eat shit, Zog. Poor guy. Yeah, Agni with Earth Robe on Ryu is instant win in most fights. Get wrecked. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm going for the good ending, so you cannot forbid Agni in the final boss fight. Letting Philip and everybody else who hasn't done a temple instruction yet know that you cannot ban Agni in the boss against the goddess, because it's required to get the best ending. Zog grinned fearlessly. Here, fear these hands! Oh. Well. I fought this guy without any transformations whatsoever, and it was the most scarring experience of my entire life. Like, it actually, like, if you don't use Agni, I will say that this is probably the hardest boss fight in the game. It is crazy how badly he wailed on me. Like, I fought him for probably an hour. You can watch the clip, the no dragon transformations run. At the end of that fight, I had used every single healing item I had available to me, and every single one of my party members was dead except for Karn, and I think he had like less than 20 hit points, threw a knife and killed Zog. Like, it was the most nail-biter, closest possible ending that you could have gotten with this fight. I had used every Moondrop, I had used every meat, I had used every cure, every Marble 1. I had nothing left. And then I grinded like 10 extra levels on my party after that, because I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. Okay, well there you go. I didn't use any transformations at all. I was hitting him with a sword. I wasn't even using like Rudra. Or Pucka. I underestimated you. You've beaten me, but not my dream. Go, warrior, and rebuild the world for a new generation of dragon. He honestly took the L pretty well. Just saying. Most major video game villains in a JRPG would be like, this is impossible, this is not my destiny. He's just like, you know what? As long as a dragon is the most powerful person in the world, I'm happy. Wake up, Jado. So glad. Heard about you, Sarah. You left to fight the dark dragons alone. And put your mind at rest now that Zog is gone. Thank you all for helping, Jado. I knew that you would grow into a great warrior and destroy Zog. I've been looking forward to the day that we could celebrate together. I do wish that I could see somebody play this game for the first time with no spoilers and go into that fight against Zog because if you don't know ahead of time, it does feel like this is the end of the game, right? Like they do a great job of like ripping the rug out from under your feet here. Can't help it. I'm deeply touched. I'm so happy for you, Jado. Like we did everything we set out to do. We made it to Scandi. We fought the Dark Dragon Emperor. We killed him, and now we've rescued our sister. It's playing the happy music. Everybody's crying, showing the whole party, lined up. Like they did a great job setting this up for the final act. A little cinematic of Sarah looking all soulful and sad. The world has been saved, just like the legend told us. I have no idea what that goddess key is, though, because I've already got all 6 of them. There's only supposed to be 6 goddess keys. There's the mysterious 7th key. There is still one problem. We must destroy the goddess key. Jado, give me the remaining keys. Jado handed the goddess keys over to Sarah. Ha! That was so easy. I thought there were only 6 keys. I don't know. Maybe there's 7, and I've just misunderstood for years. What? Well, you can only really use the Earth key for combat. Right? Here they are, Jade. You've done well, Sarah. Thanks to all of you for getting rid of Zog and finding the keys. Are you worried about your sister, Jado? With my spell, I have total control over her. Deuces. We will leave for Agua to release Tyr. We'll slowly waste away in this dungeon. Ha ha! Exit spells don't work here, even though I just cast one. I mean, I always talk about how good the Earth key is early on, but that's because it just is. Like it's very effective. And then it starts to peter off, and you get the Flame Rapier, you get the Rage Hammer, you get the Trident. Are you trying to get out too? Follow us. I don't know if I've ever treated it like an absolute life hack, though. Hurry, or we'll be captured again. Let's do it right this time. Level 3 no longer works. Hurry, or we'll be captured. Do it right this time. Do it right this time. Oh, I gotta go around. That's right. Shh! Don't disturb the Master Digger. He needs to concentrate. We're running away from the Dark Dragons. Who are you? You destroyed the Emperor? We don't have to run away anymore. Cool! It's too noisy. I can't concentrate. Please be quiet while I'm digging. Ah! Ready. We don't have to run. I'll let everyone know. Missed the hole there. Bonk. That can get you into trouble. Defeated Zog, the guards deserted us. Now we can escape. This is the site of the excavation. We're digging up obelisk. Brick. Get the hell out of the way. He's a great digger, but he has no sense of direction. It do be like that sometime. You defeated Zog. Now I can go home. Thank you. We excavated almost all of Obelisk. A master digger. Since you defeated Zog, I don't have to be a part of their evil plans. Site of the excavation. Alright. Oh. Is it Highland, or does it end up becoming Township? I guess Township is Agua, right? Also, thank you for the boot, Brad. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've been doing well. That you continue to do well. Fuck up. And now we fly. Pay no attention to the text on the screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit earlier. See how it goes. Buckle up, buttercups. It's gonna be a cold one. Alright. Man, can you imagine if you're one of those people that just button mashes or has bad memory, when he's like, we're leaving, good luck, and you just didn't catch, like, there is no way you would find out that he went to Agua, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one of the soldiers in Scandi says, like, Jade says he was going to Agua with a pretty woman or something, but, like, maybe that's a thing. I feel like I remember that, but, like, they really do. If you don't know where you're going, then you're kind of just SOL for parts of this game. Yeah, it's true. Damn it, now I got that cluttering up my inventory. This is why you don't get into random battles, Goblin. Get stuck carrying crap around. I realized that I forgot something when I was here before. I feel like there's other items. Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. For some reason I was thinking there's like a couple of oceans up here as well, but stop him before he succeeds, Jado. I won't let you interfere. I'll destroy you myself. Okay. You're too late. She has been released. I never really thought about this either, but kind of the imagery of those two towers where you've got like the tall tower and the slightly shorter one next to it kind of mimics Karma, which is just to the south of here, where you've got like short tower, taller tower next to each other. Never really thought about that. I'll destroy you. Yeah. You have to stop him. I'm gonna kill you. Runs away. Listen, you're giving me a lot of mixed signals right now, Sarah. A lot of mixed signals. That's true. It could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as that. Agile armor. This might be bow only as well. They give bow so many good. Oh no, it's the chicks. All right. There we go. Just like clockwork, we're gonna be level 23 when we, or 24, one or the other, when we get to the end of this game. This is the level you have to be at to beat the game, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to do. I can never remember how to get to the next staircase up to get out of this hellhole. Do I go left or right, right, right? I don't really know. I'm gonna guess. I did it. I went left. It was wrong. Rap guard. Not even that good. Another item that's just not suited. It's like I guess it's Karn only, but if you're not using the full party, there's no reason to put it on Karn, because yeah, you'll have the flame shield on him or whatever. You'll never be able to use this. I don't know. Agree. Flame dagger. But we just got the icy dagger. Okay. 1 point weaker, 2 points faster. You know, I'm on principle, I'm gonna switch it over, but the fact that you get the icy dagger hidden on a statue like 5 minutes earlier does kind of just make that. Or well, for me it was like 8 hours earlier because I did the sequence break, but Alch. The power of the shield blocked Jado and the rest of the party. They received some damage. You'll never be able to penetrate the shield. You can only watch Jade march to world domination. Okay, I'll remove the shield. Okay. The shield is gone. Hurry, you must go. Jade is using a spell to control my mind. Sometimes the spell breaks and I regain my senses. You should go. The party received some damage. Some damage. Liar. Okay, yeah, that's just 70. You are a damn liar, game. You know what? There. And the real twist of the icy dagger. I must say one last thing, Jado. I know that you'll do whatever it takes to stop him. Attacks you. It is absolutely plausible that in like 1991 when this game was being, or 2 when this game was being played, some poor child just like me didn't realize that some damage was all your health and went straight into this boss fight with 1 HP on every party member, died, and had to rerun the entire dungeon because there's no like saves in the dungeon. That is shitty. That is shitty. Hope I'm faster than her. If you use that on Zog, it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't drop him to 1 HP. It only drops Sarah to 1 HP, and I think that Sarah and Zog are the only 2 it works on. Brother, I'm finally free from Jade's control. Don't grieve over me. You did the right thing. Sarah, if free from Jade's control. Damn it, Ted Woolsey. Yeah, she forgot to go, peace! Peace, deuces. She did forget to yell peace and then float into the sky as a ghost. You know, I'm torn between wondering if the people of Toonland are capable of doing that to the Dragon Clan with music. Like, there's some weird alternate reality in my brain right now where they should have been in public enemy number 1 for the Dark Dragon army. Because they could literally just be like filling glass jars with that song and then throwing them at the Dark Dragons like friggin' Molotovs. And just and dropping them to 1 HP everywhere, you know? Like, the people of Tunland are actually the biggest threat to the Zog's plans. And somehow he decided to go F with the poor village on the edge of time instead. I don't know. I feel like he's still wearing that stupid Echo hat. Gross. Got to see. A little dirty right there, but not too bad. I'm not sure I can remember which way to go. We play there's a polka song elsewhere, isn't there? Yeah, that ba 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 ba. This is just intended to make the game have more battles. Just a map full of dog legs and switchbacks. Yeah. sure I didn't pass anything. Oh, I should have gone the other way. Dang it. Oh. At least they don't have like holes and stuff for this section. It's a little disorienting, but not too terrible. As long as you don't step onto that thing. Marble 3, no longer. Strong pressure pushes the party down. Jado, what took you so long? Did your sister give you a hard time? The goddess Tyr has been released and she is mine. I am all powerful. Ha 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 ha. Wake up, Jado. Don't leave. You're alive. Your sister asked me to take care of you in my dreams. When I woke up and walked outside, I found you. He is always protecting you. You're back! I'm so happy! You've been unconscious for 3 days. You just had me laying on the stone floor. Your sister brought us here. She saved our lives. Nina, emergency! Oh, you're back, Jado. Jade has resurrected Obelisk. We must stop him. Everyone is waiting outside. Let's go. He's right. Let's go. Fight for us and for the sake of your sister. I didn't know that something so formidable was buried there. The enemy is very powerful, Jado. It doesn't look good for us. If there is any hope for the future, we are it. It's our responsibility. Let's go. Obelisk will move around. It's in Scandi right now. Nina can take us there at once. Also, rude. Thank you, Goblin. Is everyone ready? Let's stop Jade. And then they put Gobi in the party for reasons unknown. Consult tomes. Ooh, the Last Faith. I don't even know what type of game that is. Sounds interesting though. Have a good stream, Brad. I'll try to jump in. Say hey, how you doing? All that jazz. And as with all of you out there in the world, stay safe in the weather. Don't make silly choices. Let's not try to win any stupid prizes this weekend, everybody. Only these items remain. Oh, okay, nice. 2D Metroidvanias. I like Metroidvanias. I would love to make them. I have a whole script in my head, and like most of a completed game design document written down for a Metroidvania set in the Voltage universe. That I would love to make one day. Yeah, I was thinking that you hated that genre. I wasn't gonna say it, Goblin. I was gonna be, but in my head, I definitely was like, "Oh, Goblin hates those." There is no entrance. We'll have to dig a hole in order to enter. There is a crack. There is a crack. There is a crack. Okay. You know, if you want to get really technical, I can't speak for Dark Souls 2, and I think this statement is less accurate for Dark Souls 3, but the original Dark Souls is kind of a Metroidvania if you think about it, because it's like all one interconnected world that you can go back and forth between different areas freely. Certain areas get unlocked as you get certain items. Certain items allow you to go back to previous areas and get new things, get new upgrades, that kind of thing. Could make that argument. Where's this old fart at? My God, get out of the way. Stab you. You want to break into Obelisk? That's a tough one, even for a master. If I had the Iron Claw, I might be able to do it. Remember 10 hours ago when we met a guy that collects weapons? Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do at this point. That's fair. I struggled with Dark Souls controls until one day I realized that it's a FromSoft game, and FromSoft made Armored Core, and the way they use all the shoulder buttons. Dark Souls is the movement in combat is based heavily on how Armored Core worked. Like it's just Armored Core controls, but you're playing a dude on the ground. Where am I going? I'm going to see the weapon dealer. I'm gonna need to talk to this chick in a minute, but egg strategy works. Okay. I collect all kinds of weapons. It's a hobby of mine. I'd like to share my hobby. Do you know any other weapon buffs? I never would have gotten in. Actually, it's crazy. I never would have gotten into Dark Souls. I went to a friend's house for a party, and someone who loves weapons like me. How intriguing! And I got there a little early, I have an idea. Will you take this list from my collection to her? She'll appreciate it. Wants to like flex on her with his list, his little collection list. Um, Went to this party, got there early, and he was like, "Oh, try this game out." And he made me play Dark Souls, and I played the intro, and I was like, I mean, this is all right. You know, the controls are kind of wonky, but I like the world and everything. And I started playing it again. And if I had not showed up early for that party, I would never have met Megami. Like, which sounds like a minor thing, but Megami Mori and we have known each other for over a decade now. We've hung out. He's flown to Virginia to have vacations here, like, and because of him, I've gotten into a lot of other games. It's just crazy to think how different life would have been had I not shown up early for that party and played Dark Souls for half an hour, you know? Because I would not have... Dark Souls was totally not on my radar at all. I probably never would have heard of that game. Yeah, weird little butterfly effect thing. Nina hands over the list. Another weapon buff. Maybe he'll recognize my weapon. Come get it and show it to the old man. You take a what's it? Let me make sure I talk to this guy first. It looks like a what's it. Could you find out what it's used for? They're pretty good, Nina. Everyone's doing all right, Philip. How are you doing? I saw you jumped in and did all your redeems, and then I guess you fell asleep. Like, well, or I assumed you were streaming again. What did you bring? Nina hands over the what's it. Let me check it out. Yeah, I know. It's unique, but I don't think it's a weapon. Let me study it. I wrote about it in this letter. Nina receives the letter. I'll know the answer by the time you get back. So, what's the answer? It says it's not a weapon. It's a tool for the mole people. Well, if it's not a weapon, I'm not interested. Do me a favor and bring this to the old man. The letter is given to... Trying to figure out how she collects weapons when she's trapped on an island with no way to get off of it. Does she DoorDash? Does she like Amazon delivery weapons? Back already? I have good news. I found out it was a tool for the mole people called the Iron Claw. Nina hands over the letter. A letter for me? The Iron Claw? Go ahead and take it. Oh, tell me about this woman. Is she pretty? Pretty old. Oh, I need to go to grammar first. Duh. I need to actually learn how to use this thing that I got before I try to use the thing I got. Just makes me think of Dope or Nope. Dope or Nope was fun while it lasted, but it got old after a while. But it was a fun diversion during COVID to see what silliness they were getting into on Dope or Nope. Found the Iron Claw. Good work. I'd like to teach you how to use it, but it's only for the mole people. Me, I guess. Show you how to use it, Mogu. Watch closely. It's like that. Got it? Here, you try it. How am I doing? Well, this is just the attack animation for the Needler enemies in Secret of Mana, where they spin and shoot rocks everywhere. I guess that's about right. Mogu learns how to use the Iron Claw. Remember, it's old, so you'll only be able to use it once. Mogu is gifted. I could develop his potential. There is no entrance. I'll have to dig a hole in it. Got it. Yeah! Calrea is here, y'all. She's consulting her tomes. She's donating to the treasury. She might get a temple offering before the day is through. Welcome in, Calrea. How's your hair looking? It did. Got 2 minutes and 10 seconds, Philip, until it's available. I think I chose the wrong one. I think I was supposed to take the other one. Yeah, I was supposed to. Oh. Good for one marble 3. Right there. Just that little round trip. Go. I just do a big loop. Am I back where I started? Oh no, I'm good. Okay, I was gonna say. I was about to be very unhappy. You take the flame hammer. Sure. Still using the spine hammer from the very beginning of the game. Like when I first, not beginning of the game, but when I first got him. It's actually exactly the same attack power, but 2 faster. Cool. Oh! But it's 2-handed. Interesting. So it's actually worse than... Okay. It's worse than the one you can buy in the first town when you get Ox. AK Potatoes with Consult Tomes and a hair down redeem. Welcome in, AK. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you for the temple offering. He snatched it from you, Philip. AK literally just came in out of the blue and snatched your temple offering. You got... I don't know if you've been here, AK, but Philip was literally just looking at, like, how long until... until the temple offering. I mean, he's on your team, so there's that. Yeah, I went the wrong way. He is on your team, Philip. That was a whole lot of walking for a crappy item. Maybe it casts a spell, I don't know. I'll have to check it. Cooldown is not a lie. I said it was going to be 2 minutes. It was roughly 2 minutes. I'm not going to let you interfere with Emperor Jade. I'll stop you if you try. Gotta be quick. I'm sure there's probably some little minor latency issue, whatever, but... I'll stop you if you try. Promise? I'm giving you a warning. Ignore my warning and face the consequences. Why did he, like, see... I never understood why he sealed himself in the wall right there. Your journey has come to an end. Accept your defeat. But I want to see... Can you use the flame hammer? Oh, the flame hammer... Icy dagger does something, too. Hang on a second, y'all. I didn't know that. Hang on now. I'm gonna use some items and see what these do. I did not know that. Because I always just put it on Karn and leave it. Icy dagger. Oh well, here, let's have Nina cast Fort on him. Hello, Dennis. What do you want? Oh. Yeah, Dennis, you're Julius. What are you doing, Julius? What? What's the matter? What? He's so sad. Julius. Julius is very upset. I didn't actually see how much damage those did. 30? Oh, well, that's gross. How much was the fire? I'll have to look later. 10 stream streak. Nice one. Anyway, whatever. Sorry, I got distracted. I wanted to see how much it was, the damage dealt, but it's probably not a lot. You're gonna get wrecked. I hope you're ready to get owned. Just because Mega Man boss doesn't mean nothing. Yeah, so it's 11 o'clock. I've been sipping on that. I was talking earlier about that protein shake really like slows down the desire to like snack during the morning time for me. And it's after 11 and I just finished it up. And they're good. Like I said, it's not that they're nasty. They taste really good. Just, they work as advertised. No effect. I wonder if Goda is secretly like... I never thought about this before. I just thought he was like some weird rock guy, but... You know, the stone robot from the beginning portion of the game, I wonder if Goda is just like a smaller version of that. Like it's like some ancient technology that they just got their hands on and then programmed him to be loyal to Jade or whatever. What is the backstory on the actual stone human or stone man that is helping the Dark Dragons conquer the world? Interesting. How did you beat me? This can't be! He has some weird ability to like fuse with solid matter and then unfuse with it, because he shows up, he's like lurking inside of a wall in Cheryl's castle before. Can't remember if this wore off or not. By the way, how did I buy all these marbles when I knew I wasn't going to use them? Just running around with 41 marble ones that I'm not. I mean, this is the same technology as we saw with the stone robot. The like weird hearts that are like built into the ground or whatever. Let's check it. Marble 3 no longer work. I wanted to check and see if I could walk behind this little thing here. This just messes with your brain, because it's like, wait, I should be going up. Like, why does this? Why am I doing this? Hey. You've kept up with me in spite of the odds. Well done. If you switch to my side, I could give you a town or two. What do you say, Jado? Want to join? Hell no. That's too bad. Yeah. For ye. Way nay 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 nay. All right. Auto battle our way to victory. This guy was a pain in the butt to fight with no transformations as well, just because less because of his skills, like his attacks, and more just because the amount of HP he has is kind of ludicrous. Every one of these hits is 1,000 damage. He's got over 20,000 hit points. Thanks for the heal, sucker. You figure without Agni, you're maybe doing 1,000 around with your whole party if you're not having to heal a lot. But with no dragons at all, you're doing half of this. So the fight ends up being like 50 or 60 rounds long, assuming he doesn't kill your party. I was looking at I was talking last night while this is going. I'm just gonna talk about a completely different game because we beat Secret of Mana last night, and I was saying that the game is currently the remake is currently on sale, for I think it's $16, and I was thinking about getting it because achievements, and just to be able to test it. And honestly, looking at it, it has mixed reviews on Steam. And looking at it, it doesn't seem like they changed a lot other than the way it looks. Like I was watching a video that was comparing like the little fixes they did in some areas, and there's pretty minor fixes. There's voice acting. They said that there's like some interlude scenes when you stay at the end that give you more story for the characters. And you can choose how many items you can carry, so you can carry like 4, 8, or 12 of each item. But I don't know. And the achievements, I guess it makes sense because it's a pretty straightforward game, but the achievements are literally like beat the entire game. And that's just like a full playthrough of the game, you'll get all but like 4 of the achievements. And the remaining achievements are get all weapons to level 9. Get every piece of armor, get every accessory. Like essentially grind for drops in the final few dungeons. And those are the achievements. And it just, I don't know if that, I don't know. It is a good deal, and they do have like omnidirectional movement instead of the 4-directional movement. They did fix the hitboxes, so you can hit stuff from every direction. Because like certain enemies, you can only hit them from the front or the sides or whatever, and they fixed that, which is, but it just, I have to think about it. Poe reaches level 24. Ogu reaches level 24. Ha! Are you happy now that you've beaten me? Don't let it go to your head. You didn't really defeat me. It was my destiny to lose. I knew it when I released the goddess. Enjoy meeting Tyr, the goddess of destruction. You take the Emperor's sword. Oh, there's a hammer on the other side too that I didn't grab. Womp. The Star Hammer, which lets you cast Comet, I think. Go back up? Yeah, let's go back up. Yeah, I think one side is the Emperor's Sword and one is the Star Hammer. Oh no, I lied. Oh, maybe the Star Hammer is in Zog's area, and I've missed it. I don't know. That or it's not available after you leave the room. But we got the Emperor's Sword, which is nice. But we're not going to equip that. We got bigger fish to fry. So we're going to test something today. We're going to equip the broken sword on the hero. There's your power. There's your ridiculous power for one battle. I guess in theory you could like leave and then come back. But we're gonna put the broken sword on, and we'll see if that does anything for this final bit. Lost all of our key. I guess I shouldn't have healed, right? Because I could have just asked her to do it, but I don't need nothing from you, woman. What do you want? Did you come here to have a wish granted? No. You didn't come for a wish? Then why are you here? Oh, thank you, Goblin. Oh. Why do you have your sword out? Are you ready to fight? Oh, are you ready to get whooped? Right. More curls? Okay. I'll do them during the credits. We'll do them after the credits start to roll. Ooh, Emperor's Sword. What do you cast? Oh, nice. Good spell. That's literally like the spell that's actually really fitting, because that's the spell that Zog uses during the second phase of his battle. That's so unfun to experience. So that's actually a nice touch that the Emperor's sword, in theory, I guess when he died, Jade got his sword, and it casts that spell. I like that. $730. God. Bo is a monster. You don't need Pukka. Pukka's a lie. Bo with the hero bow can outdamage Pukka, I think. That's my opinion. Yeah, 180 to everybody. Well, she's not going to do anything. I'm just going to auto battle. Get through it. Smash! Ah! There we go. I haven't done anything. Don't hurt me. I'll do anything for you. Please be my friend. No. Why are you treating me like this? I'll do anything for you. Please be my friend. No. Let's be friends. Jado, use the magic of Agni. She'll reveal her true self. I am not. I've done nothing. She'll fool you with her innocent looks. She's evil, but she hides it. Don't be fooled. And now I'm gonna go big brain for a minute, y'all. We're gonna big brain it. I'm gonna use acorns now to get my mana back up instead of trying to do it during the next sequence. Ow, we hit her. Smack her! Goddess. You can't challenge me to a fight. You're only humans. I'll destroy you all. I don't believe this. He's just hangry. Fine. Alrighty. I guess I was worried for nothing, because we're gonna end up beating it like right at the 4-hour mark. I shouldn't have second guessed myself. When I finished up last week, I was like, oh yeah, we're good, we're 4 hours out, and then I started watching again. I like looked at my old videos and got really nervous that I was gonna have to have like a 6 or 7 hour stream of this game. That was unreasonable. I had nothing to worry about. I need to be more sure of myself. So now we just gotta hit her like 28 more times. Something crazy. If we're very lucky, she'll mostly use magic and we won't even have to heal. We might have to use cure like twice, depending on how often she hits me with physical attacks. But at this point, we've won. We've got this. She can't do enough damage to put me in danger. And as long as she's just casting Big Crash, we'll get healed. Not by a lot, but it's better than taking damage. Yeah. And then we'll find out. So the reason I put the broken sword on the hero is I read that I read that if you have the broken sword on the hero during the final fight, that it adds Chun-Li to the end sequence where they're like returning to the village. Which we you can see Chun-Li. There's like a secret where you can see her like a little chibi, like the player characters. You can see like a little sprite of Chun-Li doing her little 1,000 kicks move. Um, but apparently, according to this claim, she pops up. She pops up as part of the final cinematic, and she's doing the kick animation again, like helping them rebuild the village. But only if you have the broken sword. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm gonna test it, and then the next time I play this game, if she does do it or if she doesn't, either way, I'm gonna test it by doing it on the GBA as well next time I play this game, so we can figure out. And I realized from somebody was talking about spoilers earlier, I realized I need to do a better job of not saying what I'm gonna do in the next episode. That's just a note for personal growth as a streamer. I need to stop giving away so many spoilers, because even though I've beaten the game on stream like 7 times now, it's not impossible that some of you out there lurking might not have ever seen this, and it's really not fair to you to give me your time and attention, so that I can be like, oh yeah, next week we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and then we're gonna beat the game. I need to do a better job of just like playing the game, right? I don't have to play stupid. I don't like it. There's some streamers I watch, streamers and like YouTubers that I watch, that when I'm watching them, I'm like, there's no way they're this stupid. Like, how do they not know what to do right now? And I feel like they're doing it for content. And I'm not necessarily gonna like get lost for content, but I do need to do a better job of not spoiling everything. I have lost count completely of what we're doing. We're just here till it's over, basically. He's having fun casting Big Crash, and I'm having fun doing 1,000 points of damage per round to her. So, as long as we're all having fun. If I had to make a wild guess based on instinct, I'm gonna say 3 more hits and she's dead. But I'm probably wrong. I was wrong. It was 4. There we go. You can't win, humans. This is only temporary. I shall return. I don't know that we necessarily had to watch this. We could have just as easily seen like chunks drop away around us, like gadoosh, 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 and then the middle piece breaks out. But whatever. Saved by the Windian. I'm proud of you, Jado. You turned the tables on the goddess of destruction. You and your companions completed the mission of the legendary warriors. This is the beginning of a new legend. I have watched you succeed, so I have no regrets in leaving you. Wait! Goodbye, Jado. You made me proud. You are a true warrior. You have done well. I'll remember that you saved the world. This is the beginning of a new legend. It's finally over. About time. There is still much work for you. You must help those who lost much during the war. Can't we take a break? A real hero doesn't quit until the job is done. We're making history. We'll all be legends someday. That's right. Oh, don't forget, you still owe me money. Again with the money. Is he worthy of hero status? Let's go. Nina, we should return to the castle. The king is waiting. There's still a lot of work left to be done. Tell the king I'll return when I'm ready. Yeah. Shut up, soldier. There it is, y'all. Alrighty. Much love for Breath of Fire. Much love. Oh, it's, you know, like Goblin said, it's not, as said in the past, it's not an epic storytelling adventure, the likes of which we've never seen before or since. But it's a solid, comfy RPG that takes, 15 to 20 hours to just burn through. It feels good. It's, walking a familiar path, having fun, just enjoying this sort of rudimentary experience. I say rudimentary experience like it's bad. It's really not. It's a fully functional, it's a fully fledged out RPG. It just happens to have released right around the same time when everybody else was getting really crazy with JRPGs. But it's a perfectly serviceable game. It makes me super happy to play it. I love it. Even though I'm, obviously very used to all the story beat thing. It's still fun to play. Thank you for the hug, Rose. Hugs back. Exclamation hug back. Satisfying little cinematic. Good music. I wouldn't mind seeing a remaster of this or a remake of it, but we know that's never gonna happen. Right. Undo AK's work. There she is! Over there on the left, there's Chun-Li. It works! I never knew! It actually works! She's in an alternate costume. She's wearing pink instead of blue, but holy cow! I kind of expected it not to do anything, but yeah. So, equipping the broken sword makes Chun-Li appear in Drogon to help rebuild the village. That's awesome. All right. We're gonna jam out to the battle music. We're gonna watch the credits. I'm gonna do 20 curls real quick. This is our second set of 20 from Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4. We saw Ted Woolsey's name in Secret of Mana last night. 5. I think he was like director. He was like really highly placed in Square Enix's US in Square's US division. So he was involved in a lot of these names you see in a bunch of different RPG era. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hell yeah. Editor writers. George Sinfield. Sinfield. Nathan Williams. Charlie Wilson. All right. So we're gonna let the credits roll through, and then we're gonna raid out. Um, this is the end of another Streamaversary game for 2026. It's been real. As I've said multiple times already. Um, be safe, everybody out there in the weather. I know normally I don't say anything about weather, but this is looking to be wild. This storm, they're saying this storm is going to hit like 2/3 of the country. Um, so you know, if you live in 2/3 of the United States, be careful. Like I was saying earlier, don't go out there trying to win any stupid prizes. Um, yeah, just stay in, stay warm, stay safe, stay fed and hydrated. Um, curl up with a book or something if you lose power, but don't try to stick it out if it's not safe where you're at to not have power. And yeah, I would have I would have liked to raid Brad, but it feels only natural to raid Philip because we just finished Breath of Fire 1 and he's playing Breath of Fire 2. So we're going to roll straight into Breath of Fire 2. He's still fairly early in the game. When we go in, we're going to try not to give too many spoilers because he doesn't like spoilers and he's never played the game before, or at least he hasn't gotten as far in it as he is now. So we're going to go do that. As of right now, as I've said before, I'm tentatively planning to lose power. If I don't, then we'll see. I may jump on tonight. I may jump on tomorrow with a dev stream or something. Monday is tentatively planned to be Yoshi's Island, but if I don't have power, then obviously that's not going to happen. So we'll just have to see. But as it is right now, the rest of January is right in front of us, and we're gonna have Yoshi's Island on Monday. We're gonna be doing the DLC, the Garbage Planet DLC for Journey to the Savage Planet on Wednesday. And then I did switch Friday and Saturday. I was going to do an all-day stream of Serious Sam, but because of scheduling stuff with helping Calrea get to the airport and spending having dinner with her family and everything, um, on Friday, I'm going to do Rings of Power on Friday, and then Saturday when I get back from the airport, I'm going to be doing Serious Sam. So next Saturday, and I'm sure I'll repeat all this again for the rest of the week. But next Saturday, again, assuming the weather allows it, because there's another winter storm coming next weekend. Um, I'm going to be jumping on a lot later than normally. It'll probably be closer to like I don't know, 11 or 12 that I'll be jumping on to stream, and then it'll be like an all-day stream of Serious Sam, and then play the rest of the games we want to play this year. So you missed the end. I'm sorry, Waffle. But now you get to see the early middle section of Breath of Fire 2 as compensation. Anybody who wants to do a consult tomes or a last temple offering, do it now because we are starting the raid. We're heading out in about 30 seconds. We're gonna go see Philip Schneider. You all know Philip. Philip's fantastic. Philip's probably still lurking in here right now. And for those of you that are on the Discord, I'm going to be updating the scores for the temple here shortly. If you're not on the Discord, it's full of awesome people. So thank you, everybody, one last time. I hope to see you again on Monday, but if I don't, until I do, as always, stay healthy and stay safe out there, y'all. Later.